In 1780, long before roller coasters, before theme parks, before billionaires launching rockets into space, the Mack family was building wooden carnival carriages, hand-carved, hand-assembled, built to travel from village to village across Europe. They weren't selling fantasy, they were selling movement, joy on wheels. Traveling fairs were not glamorous. They were muddy, unpredictable, dependent on weather and harvest seasons. A broken axle could ruin a season. A poorly balanced carousel could injure someone. Craftsmanship wasn't aesthetic, it was survival. That is where the Mack story begins. Not in Silicon Valley, not in a garage with venture capital dreams, but in wood, sweat, and mechanical precision. Generation after generation, the family kept building. Carousels became more complex. Mechanics replaced simple rotation. Steam and later electricity changed what was possible. While Europe industrialized, the Mack family industrialized joy. They adapted without abandoning their core skill, building reliable motion. No venture capital, no IPO, no viral founder myth, just iteration. For nearly 2.5 centuries. Today, that same family owns Europa-Park, Germany's largest theme park, one of the most visited in Europe. A park with more rides than most Disney resorts, hotels, water parks, themed lands, millions of annual visitors. It looks like a European answer to Disney, but that's not what it is. Because Europa-Park was never just a theme park. It was a showroom. The Mack family's core business isn't selling tickets, it's Mack Rides, one of the world's leading roller coaster manufacturers. They don't just operate rides, they build them. They design the steel track geometry, they calculate G-forces and acceleration curves, they engineer launch systems, they refine safety redundancies. They manufacture entire ride systems and export them across the world, including to competitors. Imagine that level of confidence. Imagine selling a roller coaster worth tens of millions of euros. You don't show slides. You don't send a technical PDF. You say, "Come ride it." Europa-Park is a living demonstration model, a full-scale prototype in permanent operation, a laboratory disguised as leisure. New systems can be tested under real conditions. Guest reactions can be observed. Throughput numbers can be measured. Maintenance cycles can be optimized. Data can be gathered quietly. The roller coaster is the product. The park is the proof. But building a showroom this large is not safe. If attendance drops, the demonstration weakens. If a ride malfunctions publicly, it does not just hurt ticket sales, it damages the global manufacturing brand. Every operational flaw becomes a public case study. They tied their reputation directly to their engineering, every day, in front of millions. That is not conservative behavior. That is conviction in your systems. And this isn't just a company, it's a dynasty. Most family businesses collapse by the third generation. By the time grandchildren take over, vision fragments. Siblings disagree. Risk appetite changes. Emotional dynamics distort strategy. Statistically, survival across 5 generations is rare. The Mack family is now in its 5th, 250 years. That kind of continuity requires more than competence. It requires structure. In the Mack family, identity and enterprise are fused. If you marry into the family, you take the name. You become Mack. That detail sounds symbolic. It is strategic. The name is not decoration. It is alignment. It signals that the enterprise is bigger than any one personality. When you enter the family, you enter the lineage. The brand absorbs you. This reduces fragmentation. It strengthens cohesion. It creates psychological continuity across generations. Succession is the silent pressure inside every dynasty. Empires rarely collapse because competitors destroy them. They collapse because unity fractures. So far, the Macks have navigated that tension. From wooden wagons to mechanical rides, from mechanical rides to industrial manufacturing, from supplier to operator, from workshop to continent-scale destination. Each generation did not reinvent the business, they extended it. That is a very different mindset from startup culture. Startups celebrate disruption. Dynasties celebrate continuity. And here lies the deeper paradox. Theme parks look magical. They are logistical machines. Every ride has a throughput calculation. How many riders per hour? How quickly can restraints be checked? How efficiently can queues move? Every pathway is designed to distribute human traffic. Every restaurant has a margin model. Every maintenance cycle is scheduled precisely to prevent catastrophic downtime. Behind every scream of joy is physics. Behind every smiling child is math. While Disney builds intellectual property empires powered by stories and characters, the Mack family built an empire powered by engineering. No Marvel Universe, no galactic franchises, just steel, precision, and reliability. Europa-Park does not dominate because of cinematic mythology. It dominates because of operational excellence. And this is the real lesson of the Mack Dynasty. They built vertical integration before it was fashionable. Manufacturing, testing, branding, distribution collapsed into one ecosystem. The supplier owns the demonstration. The demonstration feeds the supplier. Infrastructure hidden beneath experience. From wooden carnival wagons traveling muddy roads in the 18th century to steel roller coasters launching at highway speeds in the 21st. Joy still rides on wheels, only now it is engineered to the millimeter. And perhaps that is why they endured, because systems, when carefully designed and protected across generations, can outlive founders. They did not build hype, they built mechanisms. And that idea, infrastructure hidden beneath spectacle, is not limited to theme parks. While the Mack family was perfecting roller coaster physics in Europe, a young hedge fund executive in the United States was studying a different kind of acceleration, not centrifugal force, internet growth. In 1994, Jeff Bezos saw a statistic showing the web expanding at 2,300% per year. Most people saw curiosity. He saw inevitability. Where the Macks built physical infrastructure for joy, Bezos would begin building digital infrastructure for commerce. One family built steel tracks beneath thrill. One man would build invisible servers beneath the internet. Different centuries, different continents, the same obsession. Systems that scale. Next time, we examine the man who turned a bookstore into the backbone of modern commerce and ask whether Jeff Bezos is a visionary idealist or simply the most disciplined system builder of his generation. Now I want to hear from you. Which founder, company, or rise and fall story should we cover next? Drop your ideas in the comments, and it might just become the next episode of The Founder Files.